Liz Truss has been told to move and deliver on her Brexit threats, or see the hated Northern Ireland Protocol bed in deeply. The Foreign Secretary pledged she would not sign up to anything that would not benefit the people of Northern Ireland as she prepares to meet face-to-face with her EU counterpart Maros Sefcovic. In her column in the Sunday Telegraph, Ms. Truss vowed to trigger Article 16 if the EU does not cooperate. Triggering Article 16 of the Northern Ireland Protocol would allow one side to unilaterally suspend the rules of the treaty. Now, Jim Allister, Northern Ireland politician and founder of the traditional Unionist Voice, TUV, said strong words need to be met with action. He said, if Liz Truss means what she said in the Sunday Telegraph, namely I will not sign up to anything, which still sees goods moving within our own country being subject to checks, then she must extract us from the EU's single market for goods, customs code and VAT regime and end our subjection to EU laws and court. This is what is required to end all checks on inter-UK trade. My major problem with the Foreign Secretary's words is that they jar with what our government has been arguing for months in response to the judicial review challenge in which I and others are involved. Through their senior counsel, HMG has defended the very arrangements she now verbally disavows and in doing so has blithely and approvingly spoken of the protocol subjugating the Acts of Union. So, if HMG now accepts the folly of the protocol in all its parts, then get on with its demolition. Strong words are fine, but they need to be matched by actions. Empty rhetoric, like empty threats from some in unionism, only buy more time for the union dismantling protocol to bed in further. DUP leader Sir Geoffrey Donaldson welcomed the pledge from Ms. Truss and is set to meet her this week. He tweeted, "She is right that unionists do not consent to the protocol and we need the government to follow through on their commitment to safeguard the union and protect Northern Ireland's place in the UK internal market." Ulster Unionist leader Doug Beattie also welcomed the Foreign Secretary's comments as a way forward in dealing with trade issues with the EU. He said, "It is perfectly reasonable that goods from Great Britain which are destined to stay in Northern Ireland should not be subject to checks, and those goods destined for the EU market can be checked at our ports." We have already recommended legislation to make this workable as far back as 2019. It would go a long way to easing a difficult situation and should form the basis for constructive talks with Maros Sefcovic this coming week. Multiple engagements with businesses and business representative bodies see this as a pragmatic and sensible solution. Common sense is needed to de-escalate this issue. Sir Geoffrey has reiterated his own threat to withdraw ministers from the Stormont executive if progress is not made on the protocol. Mr. Beattie was critical of Sir Geoffrey's threats to withdraw his minister from the executive. He said, Further engagement and negotiations are the way forward. We do not need threats to pull down the dormant institutions in the middle of a pandemic, but instead we need sensible, clear thinking. Constructive engagement will always work better than megaphone diplomacy. However, SDLP leader Colin Eastwood condemned the threats to invoke Article 16 as being tied as the DUP and Sinn Féin threats to collapse Stormont. He added, "It solves nothing, it helps nobody, it will only make things worse."